Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I want to talk about something about narcissists that you will realize when you're around them a lot. Most narcissists are very, very lazy people, okay? And you wouldn't see that unless, let's say, you're living with the narcissist or you've been with the narcissist a long time. But most of them are basically lazy people. And I'm going to explain why, okay? Narcissists generally feel entitled. They feel like, things should be given to them. They don't want to put in the hard work. You will see this if you ever have children with a narcissist. They are going to leave all the hard stuff to the other parent, okay? They want to be there for the fun times, the vacations, going out to eat, the graduations, any time that they could, look at the child as like a reflection on them when the child is doing well, okay? But when it comes to the tough stuff with a narcissist, they don't want to be bothered. They do not want to be bothered. When a child gets sick, they're going to make excuses why they can't take the child to the doctor, or they're going to ghost, or they're going to say, oh, I have to work. They are not there for the hard times. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be inconvenienced. So a lot of times what they do is they gaslight you and they come up with these excuses why they can't do the hard stuff. They're very, very lazy. But the irony with a narcissist is that they're very, very judgmental, they're critical, and they'll say that you're lazy. Whatever they say to you is basically them talking about themselves. So they're very critical, especially in the home. They'll say something like, oh, you never clean up over here, or you do this wrong, or you do that wrong. And meanwhile, they could be the biggest slob going. But they always have their mouth open and telling you that you're not doing anything, okay? Narcissists don't appreciate anything that you do, okay? They don't acknowledge anything that you do. If they do one nice thing or they go out of their way once in a blue moon, they will never let you hear the end of it. But they are basically lazy people. And then people say to me, well, there's some narcissists that are very successful, that, run companies, that are the head of this, head of that organization. And I say to them, yeah, there are those type of situations, but it's the people underneath them that are doing all the hard work. Oh, they're good at giving orders out to everybody. Oh, do this. Oh, do that. Oh, do this. But they themselves are not getting their hands dirty. Very rarely does a narcissist want to get their hands dirty. They would rather just, give out the orders to everybody else, like you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Why aren't you folding the wash? Why aren't you cooking and cleaning? Why aren't you picking up the kids? Narcissists want to do what they want to do. They want to be free. They don't want to be laden down with responsibilities. And those responsibilities are going to be put on you, okay? That's why a lot of people, in the beginning when they're dating a narcissist, they think, oh, they're so great. Oh, they went out of their way. Oh, they did this for me. They did that for me. And then once they get married, or if it's a case where they get pregnant, and now they're in with the narcissist, there's nowhere to go now. Now they start to see that they're doing everything and the narcissist is just kicking back, doing what they want. They're on their phone, they're playing games, they're, going out to meet their friends, and you're left with all the responsibilities, okay? And they will make excuses. Narcissists, especially the covert narcissists, they love to make excuses why they can't do something. But then they blame you when something doesn't get done. The other way they gaslight you is maybe you say something to them like, listen, can you go pick up the dry cleaning later after work? And they say, yeah, no, okay. Meanwhile, they come home, they didn't stop and pick up the dry cleaning, but what do? They gaslight you, and they tell you something like, well, you never told me to go and get the dry cleaning. And what's that going to do? That's going to confuse you. You're going to say, did I tell them to go pick it up? Did I not tell them to go pick it up? See, they want to confuse you so that they could get out of, responsibility and taking accountability, okay? You ever see a narcissist at a party? They never want to help you clean up. Let's say you're giving a party with a narcissist. They're going to want you doing all the work. They're going to want you cleaning up, and they're going to come up with an excuse. Oh, I got to go now. Oh, I got to take care of this. Oh, I got to pick up my dog. All right? They love to give excuses why they can't do things. So you guys, when you get into a serious relationship with a narcissist, I hate to tell you this, but you are going to be doing all the hard work. Narcissists, again, they feel entitled that they don't have to do the hard work. It's like when you go in business with a narcissist. Let's say that you go in business with a narcissist and you're like, oh, we're going to build this business up. Everything's going to be great. And they're like, yeah, no, definitely. And then you find you're the one getting up early, going into the office, and you're doing all the work. And the narcissist is sleeping late or making excuses. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I have to get my nails done. Oh, I have to go to the gym. And they're not putting in the hard works. See, a narcissist, they want to do what they want to do. And they like to do things that, make them feel good. Doing hard work doesn't make them feel good. And if they can pawn it off on somebody else, they'll do it. They'll even pawn it off on their own kids. And in other words, like, let's say work in the house. They'll expect their kids to be doing work in the house or work outside, and they'll come up with excuses. They'll tell the kids, oh, do this, do that, do that. Make sure you cut the grass. Make sure you rake the leaves. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. And meanwhile, they're inside, sitting on the couch watching their favorite movie, okay? They love to delegate orders to everybody. And then they critique anything you do. Why did you do it this way? Why did you do it that way? It's like the narcissist who's like always criticizing you and saying, oh, you're so sloppy, you're so messy. And meanwhile, they're the biggest slobs going, okay? They're hypocrites. So you guys, you're going to see when you're dealing with a narcissist, all right? They want the royal treatment. They want you to roll out the red carpet. They expect you to do certain things, and their way of looking at it and justifying it is, I'm with you, aren't I? You should be so, lucky that I'm with you, like they're such a prize. But meanwhile, they're not doing anything. And you see that too when it comes to money as well. They feel like they don't have to put their hand in their pocket, that you should be spending on them. And they could just kick back. And then they give you an excuse like, oh, I didn't get a chance to go to the bank machine. Oh, I don't have it this week. Oh, I got to pay for this. They like to spend money on things for themselves, but they don't want to spend money on other things. That's why if you get involved with a narcissist, and let's say you're living with them, they want you to pay the big bills, the mortgage, the rent, the electric, and everything like that. And they want to spend money on the fun things for themselves, okay? Whatever they may need, their gym membership, going to the salon, whatever, is going to make them look and feel good. They feel that you should be paying, the major bills, and they, whatever they spend money on is money spent on themselves to make themselves feel good. So the thing is that this is why a lot of relationships fail, is because when you get into a successful, healthy relationship, you have two people that are committed in giving to each other and sacrificing for each other to become one and make it work. But when you get involved with a narcissist, they kick back and they expect you to do everything. They expect you to, and especially, like I said, you guys, when you have kids, you will really see it. And if you ever get divorced with kids, with a narcissist, guess what? They're going to make you do all the hard work, and they're going to come up with excuses. And a lot of times what they do is they won't come get the kids, or sometimes they hold back the kids if it's the other way. They're going to make your life difficult. They're going to make you pay for the breakup. But they don't want to do the hard, like if you try to co-parent with a narcissist, they're going to dismiss you, especially a covert narcissist. They will dismiss you and not even respond to your messages when it comes to things for the kids. Like, oh, the kid needs this, or can you pick up this for the kid, or the kid needs that for school. They're going to dismiss your messages and make like they know, oh, I didn't get the message. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I can't. I have to work. Okay. And they're going to leave all the responsibility onto you. The other thing, too, when it comes to narcissists, they're so lazy, they want you to figure out their problems, okay? They don't want to sit there and hash out and figure out what they have to do. Instead, they're going to put all of that toxicity on you and expect you to be the one to figure out their problems. A lot of them look for a mommy figure or a therapist or somebody to figure out their problems. The other thing that I wanted to bring up, one of the reasons why a narcissist doesn't want to get a divorce a lot of times, whether it's male or female, depending on their financial situation, is because they don't want to divide their assets. Because I had a few people ask me and say, well, why doesn't the narcissist just get divorced? Why do they stay in the relationship? Because they don't want to split their assets. Maybe they're comfortable living in a nice house and they don't want to split that. Maybe they don't want to pay child support. They know if they get divorced, now they got to pay child support. So they figure, you know what? I'm just going to hang into this marriage, and also they worry about appearances with their family and their friends. They don't want to look like a failure. A lot of times, and especially the covert narcissist, they stay married just for appearances. They could be in a bad relationship, but they'll stay married because they're worried about what their family and friends think. And because the narcissist knows that they're going to be doing whatever they want on the side, they're not fully committed in the marriage. So they don't care. They could stay in a marriage because they still have their freedom to do what they want on the side. So they have the best of both worlds. And they get in-house pussy or dick, okay? They get in-house sex from somebody. They get, they don't have to worry about that. And they could get whatever outside sex or whatever outside thrills they get on the side. So why would they want to split that up? Because a narcissist isn't looking for a soulmate. A narcissist is just looking for a good thing, a good situation. Why would they want to split up their assets, have to pay child support and all of that? No, instead they're lazy. Oh, I'm happy. Meanwhile, they know that they're inboxing other people or contacting other people, and they're living their secret life, and they don't have to divide their assets or, be uprooted and have to go out, get an apartment, pay out to attorneys. You get a divorce, it costs big bucks sometimes, you guys, all right? So that's why a lot of them will stay married. And also they like to stay married too because they like to be around their kids now and then, just for entertainment or fun. Sometimes they do enjoy their kids. It's just that they, value themselves first, okay? Because people ask me, do narcissists love their kids? They can care about their kids, but they come first, all right? They come first, even above their children. They're going to do what benefits them first, even above their children. That's why they make shitty parents, okay? They don't sacrifice for their children. They will do what's good for them as number one. So the bottom line is they're lazy. And a lot of them are lazy even as far as coming and getting their kids. They want their freedom. So I had people say to me, they're co-parenting with the narcissist, and they said, well, why doesn't the narcissist come get their kids? Because kids are a responsibility. Kids are work. Narcissists hate parenting. It means you have to work. They want to be free. They want to go out. They want to enjoy their life. They don't want to come every other weekend and come get their kids and have to, go to the movies and watch Barney or sit on a playground. They don't want to do that. They'd rather be out somewhere having a good old time and looking for other supply and feeling like a big shot, okay? So they are lazy. They are lazy. They don't want to put the hard work in. They're also lazy when it comes to other things too, like cooking and everything like that. A lot of them expect you to cook, but they will never cook, all right? Or they'll sit there and they'll judge your cooking and say, you don't know what you're doing here, blah, 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 blah. But meanwhile, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work on anything. They don't want to do the work in trying to bring home the bacon. They don't want to do the work when it comes to the kids. They don't want to do anything. Like, they are just flat out lazy. They don't want to visit your family. They feel, I don't need to visit your family. I couldn't care less about your family. They don't respect you or your family. But they expect you to respect their family. Ooh, when you deal with the narcissist, you're also dealing with that toxic family, and they expect you to treat their family just as good as you treat them, all right? But they're lazy. They're lazy when it comes to your family and your side. They don't want to be bothered, okay? They just want to do what's good for them, or what's good for their family. You know, they're loyal to their family. They'll do whatever. They'll go out of their way, do favors for their family. And the only way they would do favors for your family is if they were after something from your family, which is usually money, all right? Then they could be a kiss ass to your family because they're after your family's money, all right? So, and I've seen that, all right? So the bottom line is, you guys, you will be doing everything if you get into a serious relationship with a narcissist. And, you know, the other thing too is they're also lazy about making plans. A lot of times when you get involved with a narcissist, they're very like, you know, they don't want to be bothered with having to plan out a date, plan out anything. They couldn't care less, all right? They're just after the supply. And if you're dealing with a narcissist who's after a supply of sex, they're going to be doing the bare minimum. So I hope that helps you understand. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. Don't forget, check me out on YouTube. I'm really putting out a lot of information on Covert Narcissist. And the YouTube is the Game Exposed Podcast. Check me out also on Instagram and Facebook at the Game EXP 123. Backup page for the Game Exposed is the Game EXP 707. And have a great day, you guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at the Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, the Game EXP 123. Okay? And have a great day.